Hi everyone, here we are going to see about the Unit 3 continuation. So in this presentation we are going to see about the government policies of small scale industries and government support, what are the impacts are occurs in the small scale industries and the salient features and what are the tax benefits are occurs in the small scale industries. So let me see one by one in this presentation. So here the 24 mantra organic. So that is N. Balasubramanian has introduced this mantra organic. He founded in 2004. For our witness that is first hand the deep impact debt has on rural farmers. So in a hope to increase their procedures, produce they end up of spending the loan on buying as well as in the harmful pesticides. So this makes him to earn more in the organic mantras. They undertook the responsibility of converting 20% or 11,000 hectares of land in Sikkim by working with close to 6,000 farmers. So this will lead the company to earn more profitable in the mantra organic process, and that will be make it to reach the farmers to earn more than the other farmers. Next is the government policy towards SSI. So SSI means we all know that a small scale enterprise. That is it has been given an important place in the framework of Indian plannings, both ideological as well as the economical reasons. So the development of small scale industries have been taken the various important objectives to generalize the government policy of SSI. So this makes the person to plan their company details in a particular process. Objectives. So the generation of immediate employment opportunities with relatively low investment. Second is the promotion of more equitable distribution of national incomes. Third is the effective mobilization of untapped capital and human skills. And the fourth thing will be the dispersal of manufacturing activities all over the world and leading to the growth of villages, small towns and backward regions. So these are the things that have been occurred in the employment opportunities. Therefore, the government of India as well as various state governments in country have started their various programs and they evolved the policies for development of micro and small enterprises in the country. So various measures that have been taken by the central and the state government for the development of micro and small enterprises have included product reservations, subsidies on fixed capital investment, sales tax and income tax concessions, preferential allocations of credits, interest subsidy, extension of business and government purchases, marketing assistance including the export promotions by the institutions such as National Small Industries Corporation as well as Small Industries Development Organization and several other agencies. So these are all things will be comes under the Government of India. Governmental support to small scale enterprises. So immediately we have a response to the Government of India, that is there are various steps for the promotions and development of small scale and cottage industries. So the Government of India has attached great importance to the development of small enterprise sectors in all the 5-year plans, that is since from the beginning of 1951. All these fields will be support the government in a small scale enterprises and promotes the industries level. The Industrial Policy Resolution, that is IPR 1948, and next IPR Industrial Policy Resolution has been introduced in 1956. Third Industrial Policy Resolution is being introduced in 1977 and fourth Industrial Policy Resolution in 1980 and the fifth Industrial Policy Resolution will be occurred in 1990. Likewise, all the industrial policy resolutions will be governed under the government of article library. So impact of liberalization, privatization and globalization of the small enterprises. So the process of liberalization and economic reforms since 1991 have grown up new challenges to the small enterprise sector. So they have created the tremendous opportunities for their growth sectors. So in this, they have built a competitive strengths which will introduce the technology upgradation and quality improvement and important issues which has been addressed in order to build the capacity, withstand emerging the pressures and ensure sustained growth. So these small enterprises sectors will need the reposition their growing demands for the ancillary items. They will require the higher standards of quality, economics of scales and strict delivery schedules. Next is the salient features of price policy. So in price policy, we have increased the investment limit in the plant as well as in the machinery items. So from 2 lakhs to 5 lakhs, we have increased in the locations of enterprises. Second, we have inclusion of industry related services and business enterprises. So they will have the respective location for small scale industries. Third is to introduce a limited partnership act. So that is the financial in the new enterprises of capital invested will be a limited portion. Fourth will be the introduction of the schemes for integrated infrastructural development of small scale industries. And the fifth will be introduction of factoring services to help the problems of delayed payments of small scale sectors. So these are the main salient features. Next is the market promotions of small scale industries which will product through the cooperative or public sector institutions, and others will specialize the professional or marketing agencies and consortium approach. Next, we have to set up a technology development cell in small scale industries development organization. Then we have to accord the priority to small and tiny sectors in the allocations of indigenous raw materials. And the fourth thing will be the setting up the export development center in small industries development organization. Next, we have the widened scope of a national equity fund to enlarge the single window scheme and also associate the commercial banks with provision of composite loans. So these all problems of the small scale sectors will measure the integrated of the various handicaps that will face the sectors. Next is the tax benefits that is boon for the growth of SSIs. So what are the tax benefits are occurred means we have to need for tax benefits. The tax holidays, that is section 80 of Income Tax Act 1961. Small scale industries are exempted from the payment of income tax for their profits which is subject to the maximum of 6% per annum of their capital employed. So this exemption in tax is allowed for their period of 5 years, that is from the commencement of productions. The main condition is that they have the unit to form the splitting or reconstitution of existing unit. Second is the unit should employ 10 or more workers in the manufacturing process with their power and 20 workers without the powers. Depreciation of the small scale industry is entitled to deduction on the depreciation on block of assets at the prescribed rate. Next is the deduction from the actual cost of plant and machinery which is allowed the subject to maximum of rupees 20 lakhs. Rehabilitation allowances, that is flood, cyclone, earthquake or other natural upheavals. Next, riot or civil disturbances, that is the accident, fire or explosion, and action by enemy or action taken in combating enemy. The rehabilitation allowances that should be used for the business purposes within 3 years of the units, that is re-establishment, reconstruction of revival. Next, rehabilitation allowances is allowed to the unit equivalent of 60% of amount, that is a deduction of allowable to units. Investment allowance, that is section 31A of Income Tax Act 1961, which is allowed to the rate of 25% of cost, that is for the new plant of machinery installed. Next is the small scale industry that can avail of investment allowance in the machinery or plant, either in the year of installation or following the benefit of the forfeited process. The expenditure on scientific researches are having the following deductions, that is any revenue expenditure which is incurred on scientific research that is related to the business of assessee in the previous year. Second is any sum that it pays to a scientific research association or university, college, institutions or public company which has its objective, that is understanding the scientific research. Any capital expenditure that is incurred on a scientific research which is related to the business of assessee subject to the provision of section 35(2) of the Income Tax Act 1961. Next is the greater attention on TQM in a small enterprise. So total quality management can help for small enterprises in the following manner, that is by increasing the efficiency in process, by providing more time for innovation and creativity, boosting the morale of employees, improving the quality of products and services, enhancing the customer satisfaction, snatching the higher market share, generating the higher productivity and achieving the higher profits, etc. Thank you.